Welcome into the Sports Call Recap. I'm JJ Jackson alongside Ryan Lavoie. This is after the 2025 Iron Bowl. The Alabama Crimson Tide knock off Auburn by a score of 27-20. Ryan, Auburn found themselves in a pretty big hole early, slowly but surely came back into this one, tied it up, but too much Bama at the very end. What'd you make of the Iron Bowl?
Yeah, there was a little bit of oddity to me in that it got to 17-0 because that was the magical number that we all hoped Auburn would get to in the Georgia game on that controversial call, and we felt that maybe Auburn would hold that lead. Well, they showed you how a 17-0 lead can evaporate in the stadium, but they were the beneficiary of coming back in this game, and I felt that the first quarter or so, Auburn played really as poorly as it could. It did a bad job offensively, had multiple 3-and-outs. It looked nervous, and I think that really kind of continued throughout the game. Even as they would make big plays, the hands of Auburn were the big story in this game. And so while I commend them for the effort, obviously you knew that would come. You knew the crowd would be electric. You knew that this would be a tense game for Alabama, who had so much on the line for it. I just kind of think Auburn was too nervy. And I think that when you look at it, this is a team that just proved time and time again this year it did not know how to win a close game. And it went to all the way to the end of this one, too, and it just, again, found a way not to win it.
The hands for Auburn, you're referring to several drop passes, dropped interceptions, fumbles. I mean, all of those things just weren't great for the Auburn Tigers here in today's game. As now they end the season with a 5-7 record. A coaching change took place in the middle of the year, and we're going to be looking back at the 2025 Tigers, Ryan, who started the year riding so high after that Friday night opening victory against Baylor. And here we are ending with a 5-7 record.
Things were about to be different, right? Yeah. Auburn ran the ball well. They had enough offense. They beat a decent team on the road. And then they really didn't do that again at all. And this is 5 straight losing seasons for this team. I felt like this game was a microcosm of Auburn football for the last several years. It had its chances. It had its opportunities. But it dropped the ball literally and figuratively. The fumble at the end of the game from your best offensive player, that's not something you can plan for. It's the kind of stuff that just happens. The dropped pass late in the third quarter that becomes an interception is not something you plan for. And it just felt like Auburn had these opportunities all season long. And, again, I don't know if it's culture. I don't know how you want to define it. But Auburn does not know how to win a close football game. And in this league, you're going to play close games all year long, even against the bad teams. What makes you bad in this league is your inability to win close games. You'll play in them. It's very NFL-like, but your inability to win close games is what separates you from being 5-7, losing season for 5 straight seasons, and actually being a 9 or 10-win team that's knocking on the door of the playoff. That alone, that inability to win these close games, was exactly why Auburn fell short all season long.
So what's next for Auburn? We've got a coaching search that's currently going on. Also looking at this team with signing day coming up this week, and everyone now turns their attention to a pair of first-year basketball coaches, Stephen Pearl on the men's side, Larry Vickers taking over the Auburn women's basketball program. We've got a lot to still be talking about on Sports Call in the days and weeks to come.
I would say so. Between the culmination, we'll see, of the coaching search and Auburn basketball. Had a quality week in Las Vegas despite the loss to Michigan. Still had 2 wins. Still going to be ranked in the top 25. Auburn women's basketball, best start in many, many seasons. Of course, when we get to the spring, you'll have the NCAA tournaments for those aforementioned sports, but you also have the Butch Thompson Club that had a great season last year, is going to be highly ranked in the beginning of the season. So Auburn athletics is in a good place in some areas, but the place it continues to be at its worst, quite frankly, is right there behind us at Jordan-Hare Stadium. And until that gets fixed, there's always going to be an emptiness for Auburn fans of what can be done to fix this program. And, again, those are the questions Auburn must answer, and they must answer them now.
Jordan-Hare Stadium, we will see you in 2026. This has been another Sports Call Recap. For Ryan Lavoie, I'm JJ Jackson. Check out our radio show weekdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Central.